What's up, guys? It's Dylan here. So, before we get started in this video, please make sure you go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. It helps new people find the channel, and hopefully these videos will help somebody. So, with that being said, let's get into this video. As you can tell by the title, I see a lot of people just always make excuses, or they just don't have the right mindset that I see. Perfect example, today I was talking to someone, and I was trying to help them, and if someone doesn't want help, you can't help them. And I've come to realize that, even though it's hard, because that's why I make these videos, and that's why I talk to people in my everyday life, is because I do this because I want to help. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm not doing this just to be doing it. I'm doing it because I actually care, and it's a passion of mine. So it's a lesson that I have had to learn the hard way, and I am currently learning the hard way. No matter how much you talk to someone, no matter how much you try to help that person and try to steer that person in the right direction, and just share what you've learned just from your experiences, and that's all I try to do. Is I just try to help people from my perspective on the experiences that I've had. But you can talk to someone till you're blue in the face. If they're not putting any action behind the advice that you give, there's really nothing much else you can do. And it sucks, because you see that person working hard or whatever, and see them have bad spending habits, or maybe bad drinking habits, whatever it may be. It doesn't have to necessarily always relate to money. It could be whatever. But when you see that person constantly doing those things, and they just keep going down the same path, I mean, it really sucks, because you care so much. So, from now on, I have to step back, and I have to say, okay, if you don't want help, hey, there's nothing else I can do. I've gave you the advice that I can give you just from my personal experiences, but you have to put in the work. Like the old saying goes, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And that is so true. And I've really learned that this far. But still doesn't mean it doesn't suck when you see someone that you're trying to help, and they just don't want it. Especially these people, these kids now, like 18, 19 years old. I wish I would have knew this stuff when I was 18. Believe me, I would have been way further ahead than I am now. And people don't really realize, with investing especially, but pretty much with anything, the younger you start, the better it's going to be, because you have more time. You have more time to develop your skills and get better and all that. If you're just wasting time, you're just wasting your youth. You're going to look back one day and say, oh my God, where did the time go? Because then it's going to be too late. And it just, I know it probably shouldn't get me so upset, but it really does. It really bothers me, because I feel like I'm just wasting my breath. And then you see these people, especially, now this is something that really ticks me off. You see these people and you try to tell them about investing or whatever. Oh, I can't afford that. Okay, but didn't I just see you at the Starbucks getting a $5 coffee? Aren't you going out to the bar every weekend? Didn't you just buy a new Coach bag or whatever? Didn't you just go to that concert that was $100 and something a ticket, maybe even more? It's all about priorities, and people find the time and whatever for what's important to them. So, I from now on, there's nothing else I can do. I'm still gonna make these videos, and I hope that somebody finds these videos and like, man, yeah, he's telling some really good advice. Maybe I ought to, just listen to some of it, because there's not going to be any retirement for people, us, and then people that's younger than myself, my generation. I'm 28, so for all these people that's just coming out of high school or are still in high school, I hate to see it for them, because there's not going to be any Social Security for us. So if you don't start investing, or you don't start something when you're young, you're going to look back and regret it. And you can't just sit there and say, oh, I'll worry about it later. No, you don't have that much time. So, if somebody tries to tell you something, at least just look into it. Don't be so quick to say no to things. And that's what I've learned thus far. So, with that being said, I don't want to ramble on, but the point is, you can't help somebody that doesn't want to help themselves. And I've learned that lesson. So, with that being said, thank you guys for subscribing and watching my videos, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. So I appreciate everything, appreciate all the views, appreciate all you guys that subscribed, that just recently subscribed, and we'll see you on the next one.